Data centers are loud. They're also hot. As AI chips get more powerful, getting rid of that heat becomes a big business of its own. In fact, some market analysts project the global data center cooling market will surpass $30 billion in 2026 alone. Taiwan is at the center of that business. One of the companies riding the boom is Asia Vital Components, or AVC. TaiwanPlus met the company at its R&D center in New Taipei, where they told us just how hot AI chips can get.
Our most cutting-edge AI chips generate up to nearly 2,000 watts of heat. Right? If we take the power of a normal small kettle, that sits around sort of the 300 to 400 watts of heat.
So you could boil, 5 kettles worth of water with one chip.
Yeah. That's the idea of it. Yes.
That kind of heat is why companies like Nvidia turn to AVC, which Chen says co-designed and is a main supplier of Nvidia's liquid cooling solutions in their newest AI chips, like the Blackwell series.
If you look inside Nvidia's newest AI chip, the Blackwells, you'll see these. Now, these copper cold plates sit directly on top of the chips themselves. Liquid runs through the copper, through these hoses, and draws heat away from the chips much more than just air alone would.
In large data centers, that hot liquid coolant is sent to a heat exchanger. From there, the heat is carried to a unit on the roof where it's released into the outside air. The coolant is then recirculated back through the system. Designing systems like that takes time, and every new generation of chips needs a custom cooling solution.
AVC starts working with our customers on new projects about 1 to 2 years in advance. That really is what we need to give us enough time to develop the perfect solution for each of our customers. So right now we're already in discussion of what the 2027 Nvidia solution might look like.
In designing products at their R&D center, the company tests new coolant arrangements, uses CT scanners to find production defects, and also tests its computer fans, which still make up a large part of their business.
This soundproof room may look like I'm here to record my next hit single, but this recording studio is actually used to test noise levels for cooling fans like these.
Both air and liquid cooling have seen big growth. ABC reported $4.3 billion in revenue in 2025, a year-on-year growth of nearly 95%. And the AI boom is clearly reflected in the company's stock price in Taiwan, which has jumped more than 1,600% since 2023. AVC does most of its manufacturing in China and Vietnam, where it's expanding its operations at a 40-hectare, $600 million facility to meet the growing demand for AI data centers. And AVC isn't the only one expanding. Other Taiwanese companies like Delta, Cooler Master, and others are also getting in on Taiwan's AI boom.
Most of your other competitors are also Taiwanese companies. Why do you think Taiwan has been able to be so successful in this particular space?
If we look at global tech supply chain, Taiwan has the most mature, the most readily available supply chain. And therefore, it makes a lot of sense that the thermal players that are strongest are also the most deeply integrated in the supply chain.
Industry experts agree.
所以我们可以放眼全世界，可以大胆地讲说，只有台湾才有完整的伺服器产业供应链，甚至日本，甚至韩国。
Cooling isn't the only niche field where Taiwanese firms are excelling. The country quietly dominates layer after layer of the AI supply chain. Many of these companies are worth millions or billions of dollars, but are virtually unknown outside the industry. One researcher who tracks the industry calls them Taiwan's hidden champions.
从晶片端，然后到记忆体，到 PCB， 然后再过来就是系统，那散热、光纤这几块基本上都是 AI 未来要用到的产品。那台湾在这里的话呢，目前这几家一些隐形冠军也大概都有了。
But maintaining a lead isn't easy in such a competitive country.
What's the next big thing in cooling from AVC's point of view? What does the future look like in the next few years?
Two-phase liquid cooling is what we're also very excited about, which is the idea of you have a working fluid that has a very low boiling point. It'll boil on the chip, then come out as gas. And because the process of boiling requires more heat, it becomes a more effective solution. And that's something that we're currently working on right now.
AI technology keeps evolving, and so do the companies behind it. But as demand and profits keep growing, Taiwan's hidden giants are becoming harder and harder to ignore. Ryan Wu, Patrick Chen, Ai Chi, and Chris Gorin for Taiwan Plus.